Yo, let's keep it a stack. Roblox right now is moving wild. Like the whole vibe is low-key sus, and Gen Alpha kids out here clocking the T faster than some adults. Everyone grew up thinking Roblox was just this lit little playground where you could vibe with your friends, grind for Robux, flex your drip, and hop into random obbies without stress. But nah, scratch that. Behind the blocky avatars and goofy emotes, there's some straight-up dark energy. And it's hitting different because the whole safe and educational promise turned out to be cap. And kids are seeing the cracks in the system, realizing that Roblox ain't protecting them like it said, and the lawsuits are blowing that cap right off. From the jump, Roblox pulled up like, yo, we're the ultimate safe zone. Parents heard that and were like, bet, this is where Lil Timmy can chill without getting exposed to the madness of the internet. But then boom, one case drops this summer about a player called DH. She thought she was just vibing in a kid-friendly space, but an adult slid in, pretending to be someone else. Roblox's filters and moderation didn't even catch it. And it wasn't just some little slip-up. Nah, this man actually got to her, took her off the platform, and it ended up in real-world trauma. Like, bro, imagine thinking you're in some pixel world, then realizing those pixels hide actual predators. That's not just scary. It's messed up on levels Roblox can't just emoji filter their way out of. And here's the kicker. DH ain't alone. Since 2018, police been pulling up receipts, 24 arrests for dudes using Roblox like it's Tinder for creeps. And some of them weren't random trolls either, they were teachers, nurses, even a cop. Like, bro, that's nightmare fuel. The crazy part? Roblox's own numbers show they flagged 13,000 incidents in 1 year, up from 3,000 the year before. That's not just a whoopsie. That's a spike like when your Wi-Fi randomly glitches in the middle of a clutch. And parents out here are looking at those stats like, yo, y'all promised me a sandbox, not a horror game. But the real sauce comes from people like Schle. Y'all might know him, a YouTuber who got over 1 million subs. When he was younger, he had his own horror story with a Roblox dev. And not like a casual beef either. This thing hit him so hard it landed him in therapy, messed with his relationships, and stuck with him for years. So instead of just coping, he flipped the script. Dude started investigating predators on Roblox, running undercover decoy ops, and boom, helped the cops arrest 6 predators. That's superhero vibes right there. But how does Roblox react? Instead of giving him a medal or boosting his work, they hit him with the ban hammer and a cease and desist. Like, bro, they really treated the whistleblower like the villain. And Gen Alpha didn't let that slide. Nah, the whole squad went off. Hashtags like Free Schleep trended worldwide. Players started changing their game thumbnails to Free Schle. In-game protests popped off, and even big names like Moist Critical and Creek piled in to drag Roblox. That's the thing. Kids nowadays aren't just passive players. They're locked into the culture, they meme, they trend, they mobilize. And when Roblox tried to muzzle Schle, the community basically said, bet, watch this, and turned it into a movement. 3 days straight trending on Twitter, and Roblox looking real goofy, like a noob caught slipping in a public server. But it didn't just stay on the timeline. Even a congressman pulled up, Rokana backed Schle, and shared a petition demanding Roblox fix their safety mess. That petition stacked 100,000 signatures in less than a week. And when Wall Street caught wind, Roblox's stock value dipped by $12 billion. Like, imagine losing billions just because you couldn't handle whistleblowers properly. That's the Roblox L speedrun right there. Now, Schle ain't just ranting on YouTube. He's suing Roblox. Not for the ban, nah, for the trauma he went through as a kid at the hands of a developer. And the wild part? His lawyer is repping over 800 similar cases. That's not just some isolated issue. That's a whole server full of pain. Hundreds of kids, now older, saying, yo, this platform scarred me too. And when you've got numbers like that, it's not just a bad look, it's a systemic failure. Roblox is out here fighting in court to keep everything hush-hush, trying to slide into confidential proceedings so people forget. But nah, Gen Alpha's memory is like TikTok's For You page. It keeps recycling the same drama till you deal with it. The lawsuits are also breaking down how Roblox was built on some weak sauce design choices. First off, until 2021, signing up was easier than logging into your Netflix account. Just a username, password, and birthday. And since kids are out here trolling with fake ages, that meant full unrestricted chat access was 1 click away. Adults and kids mixed like it was nothing, and bad actors slid right in. YouTubers like Gideon tested it and proved it's basically a predator speedrun. Roblox eventually rolled out ID checks and even machine learning age guessing. But come on, AI filters aren't gonna save kids when the problem is structural. Like, you can't just slap a band-aid on a cracked monitor and call it fixed. Second flaw? Robux. That pixel currency is like crack for younger players. The grind is real, and half the servers are just kids flexing limited UGC fits. So predators figured out, yo, I can just dangle Robux like bait. And kids desperate for clout and drip? They'll do anything. That will do anything for Robux meme ain't even funny anymore when you realize predators weaponize it. Third flaw, the moderation. Roblox capped heavy about having thousands of mods and 24/7 AI filters. But reality? Only around 3,000 moderators for 78 million daily players, and over 50,000 messages per second. That's like 3 kids trying to stop a whole cafeteria food fight. It's just chaos. Compare it to TikTok, which has triple the users but over 13 times the mods. Roblox straight up prioritized growth over safety, ignoring staff begging for more resources. Some trust and safety employees even quit after promised hires never showed. Features like blocking strangers in chat were defaulted off. Like, bro, you know your safety features are sus when they feel like optional DLCs. And don't even get me started on the loopholes. Filters block Discord or Snapchat, but if you just spell it Discord or drop an emoji, you slide right past. Phone numbers blocked as digits, but not spelled out. That's not high tech. That's like locking your front door but leaving the windows wide open. Lawsuits are basically screaming, y'all know this, and left it like that. Which means Roblox ain't just negligent, they're complicit. And legally? Section 230 ain't saving them this time. Normally, platforms dodge accountability by saying, hey, we're not responsible for what users post. That's why YouTube doesn't get sued every time some wild vid goes live. But Roblox is in a different zone. These lawsuits say Roblox didn't just let bad actors run wild. They marketed the game as safe while knowingly ignoring the risks. That's misrepresentation, and at least one court already said Section 230 doesn't cover that. So if a jury agrees, Roblox ain't just catching Ellis in PR, they're catching legal fades too. And here's the thing, this case is bigger than just Roblox. It's a whole signal boost that Gen Alpha is growing up in an ecosystem where platforms can't just say, trust us. The players, the parents, even the courts are now saying, prove it. And if Roblox loses, the fallout might force platforms across the board to verify users better, hire more mods, and stop relying on AI filters that can't even catch spelling tricks. It's a whole culture shift, and Roblox is the test dummy. But let's be real, Roblox still has the juice. 78 million daily users? That's not fading overnight. Kids still pulling up daily for roleplay, obbies, tycoons, and flex battles. But the trust gap is growing. When you've got parents side-eyeing the platform, kids memeing Roblox is sus on TikTok, and lawsuits stacking up like V-Bucks purchases, you can't just patch it with one update. It's a long grind ahead, and the XP required is insane. The wildest part? This whole thing proves how loud Gen Alpha voices are. Back in the day, a company could silence critics and keep it moving. Now, one kid posts a video and boom! It trends worldwide, petitions fly, stocks tank, and the narrative flips. Schley didn't just expose Roblox. He showed that kids aren't just players, they're watchdogs. They'll turn your platform inside out if you cross them. At the end of the day, this ain't just a Roblox story. It's a Gen Alpha coming-of-age arc. Kids realizing that the digital playgrounds they grew up in aren't as safe as advertised. Realizing that they gotta fight for accountability in spaces adults don't even fully understand. And realizing that with hashtags, protests, and sheer numbers, they can drag billion-dollar companies into court. Roblox thought they could silence one YouTuber. Instead, they accidentally sparked a rebellion. And whether Roblox wins or loses in court, the damage is done. The vibes are forever shifted. Kids will still hop on after school, still grind for Robux, still flex their fits. But every parent, every player, now side-eyes the platform a little more. Every glitch, every sus player in chat, every weak moderation call, suddenly feels like part of a bigger pattern. And that's a trust meter you can't just refill with promo codes. So yeah, Roblox, the ball's in your court now. Either step up at the platform you claim to be, or keep fumbling while Gen Alpha keeps receipts, hashtags, and lawsuits ready. One thing's for sure, the kids aren't just playing anymore. They're watching, they're fighting, and they're ready to clap back harder than any ban hammer you can drop.